and vitamins, irons in the niacin. Fuck who did I offend? Rappers sit back, I'm about to begin. Bound, foul talk is for. Never even walked the walk, more or less destined to get tested. Never been arrested. My album will manifest many things that I saw, did or heard about.
And that was OC with Time's Up, one of the illest jams that came out of the year 1994. OC jumped up on the scene as a breakthrough artist. And speaking of breakthrough artists, I'm chilling with my man Maleet in Elizabeth, New Jersey right about now. Maleet is one of the hottest producers on the scene today. And I'm going to give Maleet a little shout out real quick. Maleet, I need you to talk about, when you got into producing and talk about the year 1994.
Well, right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm just keeping it hard, keeping it thorough, trying to do good hip-hop, man, taking from what I've learned and from my forefathers and what I've listened to in hip-hop. And I'm trying to make things happen with these beats, keep digging. I got an artist I'm dealing with right now. His name is Rashid Chappelle. I'm working on Elder Sensei from the Artifacts new joint. I did some of his last albums. I got this MTV Threads thing going on. I just shot a promo for that. You're going to see that that's international.
Right now, as I look around this room, I see a lot of ill influences like my man James Brown, rest in peace, the great Hector Lavoe. So I'm noticing that some of your wax is primarily Hispanic. So I'm thinking that your style is really digging in the crates for some of that Spanish flyness that a lot of cats were neglecting to use back in the days, with like the exception of maybe the Beatnuts and people like that. Exactly. So talk about how your unique style of producing comes from a lot of these jewels out in front of us.
Yo, man, in 94, 95, when I heard the Beatnuts, and they were bringing the Spanish samples to the forefront, I was like, I know some of these records, man. My pops got some of these records. I'm like, man, they making some ill beats from that, you know what I mean? And I knew, everybody was using the James Brown and everything, and they were getting, with the samples, with the jazz and tribes, and I was like, I got a lot of these records at hand, so I'm going to start digging through them.
We talked initially about some of those stellar producers that came out of the year 1994, like Pete Rock and my man Premier. You know what I mean? We had Dr. Dre on the West Coast. Mobb Deep was coming out with their ill style of production. We had brothers like LES and the Large Professor. Maleet, talk about how these brothers influenced you early on. We know you're a little younger, so you were probably a teenager.
Well, first I want to say that those producers, man, they were extremely ahead of their time, man. I was just like 14 years old, when I started DJing, and the reason why I started DJing was because I heard, The World Is Yours, and I heard Premier, and, that was commercial at that time, you know what I'm saying? There was really no underground, man. That was what was being played on the radio and the radio channels and the videos. That's what video music box and all that stuff, that's what you heard, man. I feel blessed to be able to have experienced and lived through that era.
Purchase RETV's Hip Hop Time Capsule collection at Amazon.com or anywhere DVDs are sold.